appreciated. Young, wealthy, and ratchet. I'm the hood. Motivation. On top of the world now.
It's week 5 of the National Football League. And we'll see this team's leader at quarterback. He's currently third in the NFL in passing yards. Who knows what we're in store for here on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McKay. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. He's still on his feet. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, young man out of Wisconsin.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
You look at this defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Off the play fake. Hoffman under pressure, and down he goes. Quinnen Williams with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Operating from the gun, McKay. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Throwing to start the drive, Hoffman. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Hoffman. Buying time to his left. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, McKay. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 60 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Peters. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Back to throw. Peters. In trouble, and he's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left. Under pressure, they got him again. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
This will be fielded at the 17. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And that will come the offense as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Off play action. McKay. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. When you look at this defense, they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Throwing to start the drive. Peters. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Peters. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This now a 3rd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
It's 4th down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to throw. McKay. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Peters.
This is Shenault on the receiving end.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll try to run wide side with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Back to throw. McKay. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They go play action here on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Again, he'll drop to throw.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. In motion, right one of the tight ends. Back to throw again.
Got a man, it's London.
Just a gain of a couple there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll look to throw again.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Tucker's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Peters. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Pass incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Back to throw. McKay. That's caught left side by Judy. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Off the play fake. McKay. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They'll look to throw here on first down.
To the sideline and incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Tucker's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
A final shot before break. Peters. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin right here in the city beautiful, Orlando, Florida, where you see the final score there. Anthony Richardson, terrific in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 4-1 now. Next, we head off to check out another game, and you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you, and you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And able to get this out to the 25. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off play action. Hoffman. That's caught left side by the tight end Gray. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off the play fake. McKay into the hands of London. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
This to the tight end, Kincaid. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Here's Brooks. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Off play action. McKay. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. McKay. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Tucker's kick is good, and the lead stretches 16-3 now. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback, and they expect
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That one complete. It's Tank Dell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Hoffman finds his man on the out route. It's Chenault. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Operating from the gun, Hoffman. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. And they'll send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Now a play fake here on first down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Back to throw. Hoffman. And he's got it. Touchdown.
Noah Gray.
His first touchdown on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Blake Grupe now for the extra point.
And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that drive, 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. McKay. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. They'll look to throw now on first down.
Over the middle, complete to Judy. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. From the 43, here's second down and 7. Up the middle with Brooks here.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Back to throw. McKay.
Open man. He completes it to Judy.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Off the play fake, McKay. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
He's got his man, London, right side.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Running the toss to Brooks here.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Previous play is under review.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive spans 13 plays. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. This one swung out to Montgomery.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the gun on third down, Hoffman. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Hoffman. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Trey Hendrickson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
right? Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
On the ground with a tight end. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. McKay. Forced out to his left. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Here's a handoff to Brooks running left.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They give it off here to the tight end. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here's a handoff to Brooks.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Eckler now between the tackles. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for our visitors, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.